going on, it's JTLive. Welcome back to another episode of South Stand Stories, the series, of course, we go through everything happening in and around the world of Leeds United, and we have a little talk about it. And today, it was Leeds United versus Plymouth, and it is, in my opinion, the worst outcome possible. The one thing I said I do not want, I'd happily take Leeds losing. Well, I'm not happily, but I'd take it. I'd very happily take Leeds winning. But what do we get? A draw, which means there is a replay. It means there's another game, more fixture congestion down the line, which really does not help Leeds in the slightest in our move forward to hopefully obtaining promotion. I thought the game was really a game of two halves, a real archetypal game of two halves. Leeds in the first half, very, very dominant in possession. We had, actually, if I just delve over to the statistics, we had 72% possession in the first half. In the second half, dropping that down to at 1.52, but now 59% in the second half. Really kind of lost flow of the game. There was, especially the first 20 minutes or so, Plymouth really gained a foothold in it, looked to gain control. The system didn't really look to be flowing for Leeds United. We put a lot of new players in, some of which I thought performed very well. Most specifically, Jaden Anthony. I will get on to him in just a minute. Gnonto, I thought, could have played a bit better. And, of course, Perot, I thought he was given his opportunity in the middle today, and it just didn't really flow through him. I can't lie to you. It just wasn't working. It flowed about as much as gone off milk with Perot in there. We look so much better with Bamford in the number 9. I mean, you see it there. The guy had one shot on target, one shot blocked. Bamford, within a minute, had the same amount of shots on target as him. Didn't really do too much. Only touched the ball. Only had about 26 passes the entire game, 23 of which were accurate. Just the stats did not look good for him. He lost possession 8 times in the game. And I'm not just trying to reel off stats to say it. The only reason I brought up stats is to try and back up what I was saying. I didn't think he was the best today. I think if he's going to work, we're going to have to find a new system to play him in. I thought that kind of cost us a little bit, and we just didn't really get much of a foothold in the second half. It was quite a choppy game, not the cleanest, and I thought we blew it away, threw it away. The one thing I would say to counteract what I said at the beginning in that, it was the worst case scenario, and I would have taken us losing over a replay. I did kind of change my opinion on that at the end, because I suddenly remembered we're playing at home. We don't want to lose our home streak. So at least we've kept that intact. At least we didn't end up throwing away our home streak against Plymouth in the Cup, which would have been embarrassing. But as I said, the fact that we didn't walk away with the win there is quite poor from Leeds, and really, really, really damning for our season going forward, because it now means that we are piling the pressure on us big time, because we're going to be fighting on all fronts to try and catch Southampton and Ipswich. Now, Ipswich themselves are out of the Cup, so that's less games that they have to worry about, whereas Leeds are now going to have another midweek game. You can look at it one or two ways. It gives more opportunity for some of the outside players, the fringe players, to get an opportunity. However, the way I look at it is, listen, mate, it's fixture congestion. It's not the best, and it could, seriously run our squad thin. And our squad is already paper thin as it is. Rizzler paper thin, I go as far as saying. Leeds need to make some signings in the transfer window, and we need to make them desperately quick, because if we're going to be fighting on all fronts in the Cup, in the league, we need to make some changes, and we need to make some changes big time. I don't think Shackleton is really cut out for the right back position. We saw him there today. Byram, again, I don't think he's as good as Firpo there. We need backup in those positions. But that's the negatives out of the way. Let's get over to the positives. The main one being 2 words: Jaden Anthony. I said in his game last week, I said, listen, this was his moment. This was his opportunity to make a name for himself, to really stamp his name, stamp his authority on the team, and really just seize the opportunity that he was given. And I don't think he did 100%. Obviously, as I said, the difficulty in which, and I do have to say, I know last stream and last video when I was talking about last game, I didn't really take into account as much, obviously, the tragedy that did happen with his mother, which obviously, the fact he's playing through that is phenomenal, and it just shows what a great character he is. I cannot imagine losing a mother as a boy, as a man, growing up as a boy with the love and care of your mother. To lose someone like that at such a young age is such a tragedy, and I cannot imagine the pain that him and his family are going through. So I can't you know, it's been a while since I celebrated a goal like that, really. But to see him do that, I just thought was heartwarming. I thought it was beautiful. I loved the little message that he had about his mum on his vest. I thought that was lovely. And what a goal to do it in, man. What a way to do it. I said, listen, this is your moment. Stamp your authority. Give yourself a real moment, a real world-class thing, whether it's an assist, whether it's a goal, whatever it is. Just do something magical to really resonate in the minds of fans and really give yourself a stake to move forward and start for the team. And that's what he did. He flicks it through the midfielder's legs, he shimmies out, and this is what I'm talking about. He has the technical ability in abundance to do this. The quick feet, the way he flicked it through the legs, the way he shimmied it to the side, shifted his balance over, and he struck it so quickly before the defender could get in the way, and absolutely slapped it into the corner. After that, in the rest of the game, he was phenomenal as well. I thought if anyone looked like they were going to create anything for large portions of the second half, it was going to be Jaden Anthony, whether he was on the left or when he went out onto the right and he played a good ball into Perot. I thought Jaden Anthony was phenomenal today, and for me, my man of the match. My man of the match by far. And I'm not just saying that because of the goal. I thought, as I said, I thought he really seized his opportunity today. And I'm really excited to see him going forward. And I would love to see him get some more game time and some more opportunities in the league. I think that was the main positive that we saw out of today. I think the fact that we were able to test out a couple of other players, I thought was very positive. I thought Cooper was actually alright at times in the game. I wasn't too mad at him, even though the goal we conceded was very fucking sloppy. But I wouldn't put too much blame on Cooper for that one. And I thought, you know, the game was what it was. You know, it was nothing special. It wasn't a masterful full performance from Leeds. I thought we looked comfortable in the first half. Didn't put the game away. Second half, as you said, Plymouth come back into it. They're in the ascendancy, and we really gifted them a draw in that game. We really did. We should have won. We should have won. How many times did we come away from games saying we should have won? We gifted them a point. We gifted them a draw. We gifted them a replay. And now Plymouth are going to be happy. They've got a replay at their ground. They get a bucket load of money for that. So well on them. You know, they get another game at home against Leeds United to earn them some more club revenue. So, you know, congratulations to Plymouth for that. And, you know, commiserations to Leeds and to fans out there that, you know, watched us throw away another game. But as I said, there were positives to take out of it. It is another opportunity for us to give some of the fringe players an opportunity, to give some of the youth players an opportunity. I was a bit disappointed that we didn't really see much Joe Gelhardt action. I would have potentially brought him on earlier. And again, the one thing I would say, what is he doing with his substitutions? I'm sorry to go for the negative again. Why? You're chasing a game. It's the 83rd minute. You're trying to get a winner. You put three strikers on. You put Joel Perot. You leave Joel Perot on. You put Bamford on, and you put Joseph on. And who do you take off again? He takes off Rutter. So you've put three strikers on, but you've taken off the one guy who's going to create something for them in Jorginho Rutter. Where is the thought process in that? How are you expecting Joseph or Perot to pick the ball up at the halfway line and take on 2 or 3 players and put a cross in for someone? They're not going to do that. But I tell you who would do that. Jorginho Rutter, and he was actually growing into the game. Jorginho Rutter plays his best football in the last 15 to 20 minutes of games, it seems, because that's when he really grows into it, and that's when he gets hungry, and that's when he's really looks like he's going to create something. And I don't know why we took him out of that. I completely disagree with that decision once again, but what can you do? That is football, and that's what Fark seems to do. He confuses me sometimes with the way he does things. But anyway, guys, as I said, let me know what you guys thought about the game down in the comment section down below. For now, guys, I will see you very soon. Au revoir, my brothers and my sisters.